What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So as I am more or less 2 days away until I get to try out this game, of course, and get a hands-on experience, we have been given a few more details when it comes down to the PlayStation 5 next gen really in general, and a whole bunch more. Now, if you haven't already seen the interview, I guess you can probably say it was the least expected type of interview. It was on Hot 97. I will actually link the video in the description below. A lot of comments, funny enough, were calling it a little bit cringy at the beginning. Not gonna lie, I felt it at the beginning, definitely, but it's actually packed with some very, very good information, and overall it was a great interview. Some essentially asking questions that we have all wanted to know. I mean, the only question that was really missed was how many, protagonists are going to be at launch, but besides that, there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. So they've actually confirmed in the interview that we will receive enhancements on the PlayStation 5. Now, the other details, in a nutshell, again, were posted on the Avengers fan Twitter account, and the new information is that Miss Marvel was planned to be the protagonist from the start, which is very, very interesting. We know that more heroes will unlock as the story progresses. Again, I don't think there are going to be features that you can go ahead and purchase these heroes. Again, I could be completely wrong as time goes on. They may just go ahead and chuck in microtransactions. I mean, when it comes down to heroes, of course, you never really know if it's a selling point, a selling tactic. When it comes down to new films being released in the sort of Marvel, I guess, industry, then sure, there's a lot of money to be made. So if they were to go ahead and do these skins and what be it, then yeah, potentially it might be something you can probably purchase in the future, but that has not been confirmed. It's just a thought. If it's a long-term game, I can see it happening. Now, PS5 will take advantage of new features to enhance gameplay. Now, a funny comment I actually saw, as long as I can put my PlayStation 4 copy in a PS5 with patches enhances the experience, I'm game. Now, of course, that's a really interesting comment to point out. You just don't know what we're going to get in terms of patches. Usually you get a day one patch, of course, as well, which is always interesting to see. If you compare it to a game like Spider-Man PS4, which did actually have, a few patches over the time of the game being essentially relevant and having a lot of players on there, it actually done the game very well in my personal opinion. So hopefully we do see things like this, especially when it does come to the PlayStation 5. I just hope they don't completely ditch PlayStation 4 and go full steam on that current gen, although that is probably what would make sense to do. I just don't want everyone having to feel the need to now switch over consoles with like such short notice, basically. But again, it's not something I can see them doing. I just hope there are, equivalent features essentially that will enhance our gameplay experience as well. Again, what these features are, we don't exactly know what they will be to enhance the gameplay, so if you guys have an idea, by all means leave that in the comment section below. Now, a very interesting second to last point is there's a tandem / double team moves between more than one hero, practically confirmed. So in other words, there are team moves essentially, so I guess you can call that unique. There is no playable villains in the game. That's actually another thing I should probably point out, because I know I always did say in previous videos that when it comes down to co-op, it would be great if there were different modes where you can be X character and then fighting against X character. I know there was like the idea that a lot of people loved about the Hulk mode, and you being Hulk and then essentially someone else could be a villain, etc, etc. You kind of get the gist on where that's going, but right now it's a no-go, so you're not going to be able to play as any villains. Now, the interview was about 10 minutes long, so that was more or less the key information to pull out from the interview. But if you guys want to go and check it out a whole lot more in depth, I will link it in the description below. There may be things that you wanted to know, but other than that, I would say these are really the key questions, and I'm going to be getting a hands-on with this game, of course, literally in a couple of days, so I'll be back with a ton of information. But guys, it's going to wrap up this one here. As always, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day, and until the next one, adios amigos.